Oh yeah, of course. I think I might have spoke to you on the phone.
Oh, okay.
Just like
Maybe,
not
yeah.
that long ago.
What was your name?
Renee Gocha.
Yeah, that was me.
So I emailed FOI.
Yeah, I don't think police.org.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got in touch with them, and they were supposed to fill out the paperwork, send my information to them, but I haven't heard anything back from them.
Did you fill out our FOI form?
Yeah, and I emailed it to them and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
But they haven't got back to me, or they haven't responded. It's been like 2 months.
That's weird.
And I already got stuff from the hospital. I just went to my mailbox after I spoke with you,
Yeah.
and they get me like a giant thing of all the information of that day,
Yeah.
but I don't have anything from you guys.
Okay. Let me look into it one second.
Alright, thank you. Oh, you were on that day that I got arrested.
Yeah, I was a supervisor that day.
Are you the
I'm
only-
working today.
Are you the only supervisor here?
So there's another supervisor on the road. It's the other officer who dealt with that day as well.
He's a supervisor too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we're both acting supervisors, so last time it was me, today it happens to be him. Would you prefer to speak to Acting Sergeant Bratzler?
Oh, definitely not. But I think I left a voicemail or message with him because we have to deal with the section 2 that he issued me.
The notice in order. Yeah,
So that was like 2 months ago, right?
yeah.
And I called a couple of days after that event because I was released from hospital within 19 hours with like no issues, obviously. I actually just went to my mailbox right now, and they sent like a huge package of the details.
Yeah.
And like one concerning thing was that it was stated that I think cameras are in my brain. Do you recall that?
That was in the police report?
That was in the hospital report, and I'm not sure about anything else, but I mean, I have the whole interaction with you guys arresting me. I have it all on video.
Of course.
So, yeah, I think that was from like the doctor's point of view,
Could be, yeah.
right? Which is insane and like not true. But I also, within that same week, I called here to speak to that officer about the section 2 with a couple of questions so I can comply. I haven't heard back from him. It's been 2 months.
Sure.
I also emailed your detachment here and filled out a FOI form so I could get the information, because on that day, that officer, when I think you were present, he mentioned like my social media videos or posts or whatever, but it was like very vague, and he didn't want to go into details exactly at that time. He said that he would explain to me later. He repeated that statement once it was just the 2 of us at the hospital, and at the end he didn't actually explain. It was very vague. And when the doctor that in his notes saying something about camera in the brain, which I'll be writing a complaint about that doctor tonight. Once he admitted me to the Mental Health Act, because your partner mentioned that to that doctor, he mentioned, oh hello, he mentioned that, well this gentleman mentioned, okay. You got my voicemail?
We're just checking. Are you comfortable with Sergeant Bratzler here right now?
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. So yeah, so I was like behind a closed door in like a room.
Right.
But this gentleman mentioned to the doctor that I quote that he presents well.
Right.
Almost like he was pitching to the doctor like his justification for like arresting me. So then the next day when I was admitted to the psychiatrist's care, they asked about my social media presence. I'm like, well, you're care to have a look. And I'm like, so do you have any details? Because this officer didn't actually, again, it was just vague, it wasn't any details. And they never had any details either. I'm like, do you have any specifics about these videos or anything like that? And it was no.
Okay.
So that's why I asked and filled out the FOI form.
Sure.
But it's been 2 months and I haven't received anything.
Okay.
So, and I spoke to the lovely lady 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And then I guess she hasn't got back to me. Now I have both of you guys here.
Yeah, she asked me to come and speak with you because I'm just more familiar with
sure.
with your call
Yeah.
and what your request might be. So it just made me go streamline some of this process.
Cool.
So we did a little bit of digging around here, and I had a couple of conversations with the administrative staff who do fulfill the FOI requests. So you had taken off to Saskatchewan, is that right, or something like that? You had left like a PO box or something, and because of the sensitive nature of an FOI request, they won't just send that out to the mail.
Well, I wanted it done by email though,
Okay.
right?
I'm not sure.
Well, because the
they-
communication was all done by email.
Yeah.
Even the form was submitted by email.
Yeah. But in order to like receive that FOI, especially if there's sensitive information, that's something we prefer to do generally either by verified mail or in person. So that we're not just disseminating that information to who knows might be on the other end, right?
So you guys didn't like mail it to me?
So they wouldn't have just mailed it. That was a verified address. Do you have a current address and things like that I can take from you, and I can make sure that whatever we can send to you, we can get off to you, or
Well, I can just pick it up now.
or get you. Yeah. So it takes a bit of time to
Oh,
process,
I
and
understand.
I don't like that person does not have that available right now.
Oh, I'm not expecting
So,
you
yeah.
to like
No.
jump at my request. I'm a
Totally. So I
patient guy.
appreciate that. I appreciate the patience. Are you local back in the area then for a bit? Like, what kind of timeline are you gonna be around? I can try to facilitate that for you.
I mean, it's a long story, but I mean, like,
Yeah, I don't need all your details.
I mean, like,
are you gonna be around? Is there somewhere
yeah.
maybe a shout or something like that?
Yeah,
Pick you back?
I provided my email, my phone number, and I
Okay.
mean, like, would a couple weeks be enough time? I don't think there should be that much.
Oh yeah, no. But all that's still, your number hasn't changed?
No,
Okay.
it's still the same.
Okay, so what I'll do, unless you have any specific questions for the sergeant?
Well, I need to get that section 2 taken care of, like, while, I
Yeah.
guess, if you're not busy right now. Because I don't even know the process. Like, that's why I called a couple of months ago, but I haven't heard from you when I filed the FOI. And I called earlier today. And I just want to comply with the section 2, which it was just for window tint. So I just don't want to be in your bad books. Or again, I want to comply because like we're going to court for this, right? So I want to make sure that I'm doing what I have to do and follow your orders.
There's no court for an notice and order, right? So it
No,
explains.
but you gave me 2 things. Sorry to cut you off, but like I think I am appealing it, right? Because you also gave me like a no license or something like that.
Right. Do you have a British Columbia driver's license now?
I have a Saskatchewan driver's license.
Okay. Which was bootstrapped to Alberta, your class 1 Alberta driver's license,
I gave you an Alberta driver's
right?
license, yes.
Which you obtained during the time period when you knew that your British Columbia driver's license was going to be cancelled or withdrawn because you were not complying with their requirement to get some medical tests done and things like that, right?
All of that actually is not true.
So Renee, you don't have the option to go province to province, right? Getting a new driver's license each time the one before gets canceled.
That didn't happen though.
Okay. And we can disagree about that, and it's okay to have a disagreement about that, but
Well, it's not a disagreement, it's like a fact, and I have it documented that that's not the case. And I also have been working with a doctor, and I just got a approved mental health assessment report from a psychiatrist 2 months ago
wonderful.
that I was working with. So I should have the report within this week. So that's my verbal thing where my mental health and supports my mental health, and that everything is normal.
Sure.
So there's that.
Okay. So the traffic court piece of it will be for the no driver's license,
Okay.
right? We'll address that whenever the traffic court hearing comes up.
Yes, I
Right.
figured we would.
The I think you do have to be careful. There is still potential for you if you're driving in British Columbia. There's still like you don't have a valid driver's license in BC. And I know you have a different perspective, but I'm just telling you flat out, right? That's my position. You may get another ticket for not having a driver's license. The notice and order is a separate matter. It explains on the back of the notice and order when I gave it to you how to remedy that. What you need to do is take your vehicle to a designated inspection facility and have them conduct an inspection on your vehicle, right? So you need to take that level 2 notice and order form and bring it to a designated inspection facility. So there's lots of private mechanic shops all over the province that have been designated as these inspection facilities, and they just need to do an inspection of your vehicle, and then if it passes inspection, you can have that notice and order removed, right? If it's been more than 30 days since you received that level 2 notice and order, and you're driving in the province of British Columbia, like on a public road, your vehicle can be towed and you can be issued a violation ticket for not complying with the level 2 notice and order requirements.
So you actually need a mechanic inspection. And then where do I bring it to you?
No, I'm not part of this process. So you just need to bring that form that I gave you, okay? And if you like, I can probably print it out for you again.
Yeah, actually, because I actually don't have that form anymore. There's a lot happened, but I don't have the physical. That's why I was calling to, so I can comply with that form. Okay, so I understand about the inspection. I go to a mechanic, get it inspected, and then what do I do? So how do I get this section removed? You said. How do I do that?
You comply with whatever if they they may find other things that need to be fixed on your vehicle, but once it passes inspection, then and this piece of it I honestly don't know, so I'm not going to tell you something. I don't want to give you incorrect information, but what I can tell you is the police, like when it comes to a level 1 or a level 2 notice and order, in terms of like the back end of the process, right? In terms of remedying it, like say you've been issued a level 1 or a level 2 notice and order by a police officer, we're more involved at the front end of the process. And then if there's non-compliance, we're involved in that aspect. So for example, if I pull over a vehicle and for whatever, it's speeding or something, right? And then in the course of that traffic stop, I learn that it's been more than 30 days since that vehicle was issued a level 2 notice and order. And that notice of the level 2 notice and order has not been removed. We have the authority to tow that vehicle off the road and issue a fine.
Okay.
And all of that was on the document that I provided to you.
So you mentioned to me that was the most lenient section 2 you ever issued, because the only thing on the section 2 was for window tint.
Yeah, and we're not getting into that piece of it. I'm just explaining to you what you need to do to bring your vehicle into compliance. Okay.
Yeah. So the only thing on the section 2 was for window tint. So the window tint is removed, so I complied. So now I have to get a mechanic to inspect my vehicle, but you don't know what I have to do after that.
So just some information for you.
Yes.
I think the sergeant will get you another copy of that. But on the back here, and I'll just give, this is the back of the blank one, in case we don't have a copy of the back. So it just talks about here that once you take it to get it inspected, it kind of gives you some more direction. Basically, the mechanic will give you the inspection report saying you're good to go. and you fire that off to the commercial vehicle safety, they'll send you back a little thing like an inspection sticker. And then it's assessed to keep that with you for 12 months. That way, if another officer stops you on the road, and they see the history that was issued, they
Yeah.
can verify at roadside,
Okay.
okay, this has been inspected, it's good, this is no longer an issue, and it's a moot point at that point. You just have to obtain that proof from the mechanic and send that off to the CMV to show you've taken care of it.
So you'll put that out for you up here, Nick?
Okay, thank you.
And then,
So when, if I go to a different province,
yeah,
I need an inspection once I go to a different province.
no, so the notice of order that you received is strictly for British Columbia.
No, I mean like, so like if,
Good morning.
like if you move to like a different province and you get a driver's license
Yeah.
and you want your vehicle registered in that province,
Yeah.
you have to get it inspected.
That depends on the province, and there's all kinds of different rules, it varies. In BC, I know because I moved here the past few years.
Yes.
I had a brand new vehicle at the time, and because it was a brand new vehicle within so many
Okay.
years, I didn't require an inspection. But somebody else I know had a used vehicle that was a few years older. Actually, they had tint on their windows, and they had to go get inspected, and that was the one thing that they said, we have to remove your window tint, so you're in compliance with the BC standards. And then once that was done, then she could register the vehicle. So that's just BC though. Like, I'm not sure if you went to Ontario or Saskatchewan, you'd have to ask their vehicle licensing body, their version of ICBC, what the standards are. Some places require that, some places don't. Or that could be by a used vehicle in British Columbia. As long as it's been registered in British Columbia before, you don't need to get a safety inspection done.
Okay.
Right, but other provinces, like Ontario where I used to live, I still had to get a safety inspection done on any used vehicle, even if it had already been registered in the province. Just as an example of like some of the differences. So you really just have to be mindful of whatever province you find yourself in, just check up on their standards, and then you just have to be in compliance with that. It's a provincial thing, not like a federal.
Cause I have court next week,
Yeah,
and so because my vehicle is now registered in Saskatchewan,
yeah,
insurance in Saskatchewan, driver's license is now Saskatchewan.
yeah,
So like, I'm legal to drive in Canada,
right.
and so I know
Where they get sticky is if you have an established history or you have an actual residential address in British Columbia, then you only have a set amount of time,
6 months, right?
yeah, 6 months, to re-register everything in your home province.
So
If your home province is Saskatchewan and you're just here visiting,
which it is,
you don't need to switch everything back over.
but I have a small business in BC.
Yeah,
Since January 1st of 2024.
sure.
So I have business in BC.
Yeah,
And I have some legal issues in.
sure. As long as it's not your resident, you can own a business, you can,
Yeah.
all those are, that's separate from your actual residence and your address and your legal, place of residence.
Okay. Okay, so, Constable Bratzler.
Yeah.
He mentioned about like a bunch of things about that like weren't true. So in November of 2023, Road Safety BC issued me a 30-day notice that I had to comply with. And I was working with a doctor who didn't work with me, worked against me.
Right.
Long story short,
Sure.
I just got a rebuttal last week sent to me from him about my complaint with him. So I have a complaint with him, complaint with my old psychiatrist, complaint with a lot of complaints.
Sure.
So I'm dealing with that now. But moving forward, I'm in this giant hole, but I finally have light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Because that doctor, I had a medical malpractice for not filling out a PWD, persons with disability. A new doctor filled it in, so I'm on disability.
Okay.
Another doctor, I think you're saying here, 2 months ago, because it takes forever to get in with like a psychiatrist, right?
Yeah.
It took 4 months.
Yeah.
Again.
Right.
And so I had multiple sessions with that psychiatrist, and you can just believe me for like when just like a word of mouth that she approves my safety to drive. My mental health is like normal for safety to drive.
Yeah.
And she was supposed to email me the report this weekend, but I think she's just busy or on like a vacation with her family.
Yeah.
So now I'm dealing with another doctor because that doctor has to, I know this is a lot.
It is a lot. I'm sorry you're going through all that.
So a doctor at Eagle Medical Clinic, the old ones with spinal, he's dealing with road safety BC, and he called the doctor's line, who then referred me to the psychiatrist. So now I saw the psychiatrist. I've done the talk with them in multiple sessions. I'm getting the report. So now in a couple of weeks I go back to that doctor with the new report to deal with road safety BC. And so yeah, like, so even though like my license was canceled, I had an Alberta driver's license before that even happened. It's not like,
So the general rule, it is 100% the rule in BC. And again, I can't speak to all of the other provinces, I've only ever lived in Ontario otherwise, is that you can only, most provinces will only issue you a license upon surrender of your previous license. Like you can't possess 2 licenses from 2 different provinces.
of course, yeah.
Right? So that sounds like where maybe you ran into some trouble there. You know, with that medical stuff interfering with your capacity to maintain a BC driver's license, but it sounds like you're working towards being able to remedy that.
no, the doctor didn't request time he said he was going to. Because it took 4 months even back then to get in with like a psychiatrist.
Right.
So, and they only gave me a 30-day notice, and it was around Christmas time, and it was still COVID.
Right.
So, he said, and I have the audio recording of that, where
Right.
he said that he was going to request extra, like more than 30 days, so I can comply with that notice,
Yeah.
but he didn't. This is just a section 2.
That's from CVSE, Ministry of Transportation.
So I can take this to an inspection place.
That is just let me finish.
Oh, this is, sorry.
That is a document that explains the whole notice and order process, okay? I don't have a copy of your notice and order right now. I may be able to dig it up at a later time.
Okay.
Ultimately, when you're served these documents, it's your responsibility to retain them and act on them in a timely manner, right?
Oh, okay.
So,
You can, I mean, my recommendation would be contact one of those agents, contact one of those approved inspection sites.
Yeah.
You can find them online. Go there and get a safety done on your vehicle, and that will include that, right? If we're able to find you a copy, we can provide it to you.
That would be helpful.
And and correct me if I'm wrong, maybe give a different understanding, but that would have been sent off to the ministry, so they already have a copy, we just don't have a physical copy to give you.
Oh, I understand.
So if you get your certificate, regardless of us being able to provide you a copy, you can still submit that inspection to them in an attempt to be compliant.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I just.
The notice would be helpful for the mechanic
Yeah.
at the time to understand what the issue is, but you can, I think, probably simply explain what
Yes.
the main issue was and just
Yeah.
ask for general safety inspection.
Yeah.
They can probably
It was
provide
window
that
10,
for
now
you.
there's no window 10.
Yeah, and then you can still provide that,
Okay.
right?
Do I need the section 2 though? Like, do I need that document when I go to ICBC? Or do I just need
I
the
would-
inspection?
I'm not 100% sure, but I would think that since it would be on file with them, as long as you provide, your name and your information and things like that, and maybe just like a brief explanation of, hey, I don't have this, but here's a safety inspection. I would try to tackle it that way,
Okay.
yeah.
right? Just because it shows good faith that you're trying to be compliant. We will try to get you a copy of that.
No rush.
It just might be a bit of digging.
And to be fair, just to call a spade, it's my understanding that you did make a video of it and post it on YouTube. So if you review some of your videos on YouTube or on X, you may have posted a photo of it or something like that. If you go back and look at your records, okay? I know.
Oh, okay.
I know that you're a social media influencer about issues that you're passionate about, right? And that you do post a lot of your material on the internet. It doesn't offend me. Like I'm not making there's no judgment here, right? But I'm trying to help you, and I know I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get a copy of that notice and order level 2 by reviewing your own social media. Okay?
I'm not trying to be an influencer.
an influencer, easy for me to say.
Yeah.
But as we were talking, there's a lot going on, and the easiest way to like organize things is just to use social media because it's free.
That's right.
It's postings online, and it just frees up space on my phone. And
Yeah.
but yeah, well, I guess like the situation, I can just go back and like review it, I guess. Okay.
Does that satisfy most of your concerns for today? We can get in touch with you about the FOI. If we can find a copy of that, we'll send it off or we'll let you know that we have it. If not, I think that's a good recommendation that the sergeant's made. And yeah, and obviously the ticket versus the notice of order are two separate things. So that's kind of three issues I think we've covered today. Does that satisfy your attendance
That's
today?
all I'm asking about, yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, so I will follow up about the FOI. We'll give you a phone call and let you know when it's ready,
Okay,
and then you can just come by and grab it.
thank you.
That sound good?
Yes, thank you for your time.
Okay. Take care.